Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ryan with Tucker Poles and Filtration Systems, and today we're going to be unveiling and unboxing the new Tucker solar panel cleaning robot. It's been behind the scenes for the last couple months. I'm personally excited to share this with you and see what this can do, how it can benefit solar panel cleaners, and what this holds for the future of Tucker. Let's check it out.
3, 2, 1, drum roll, please. Hey, I'm already liking. I'm loving. She looks good. I like the colors. Let's get this tarp off nicely without tearing or ripping anything. And there it is. Our Tucker solar cleaning robot. Initial impressions, just starting from the top bottom, the crate was really well built, nice and easy to get off with the lid and these tabs that fold over. Not a problem there. The tarp was an extra added layer of protection, so you can't beat that. Let's check out what we have for the water supply, which is a swivel off the bat. You have the water coming in and out of the pole. Looks like that's for maintenance. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 jets on each brush, what I'm counting. From a first glance initial impression, it seems like these jets will be able to come off fairly easy to clear out any debris that you catch down the way. Hopefully user friendly for that maintenance. But yeah, it looks really well built, nice and sturdy. I'm not sure, as we unbox it, these straps I think are just holding down the robot itself. But once we unbox it, we can see just everything about it. We'll get a deep dive into the specs, what it is comparable to, and really just get into this thing. I'm super pumped. I'm excited to get this in the field. I have a few projects coming up. We're going to be checking this thing out and just rocking and rolling. We're going to give you guys everything we can about this thing. We're super excited. And my first thoughts are that I like it. I really actually do. It looks cool. It looks like something that's going to be fun to operate, and let's go. This is actually box number 1. You can see I haven't even touched this thing yet. We're doing this as we're recording. So here we are. To my knowledge, you're getting 2 batteries for the robot itself and 2 batteries for the remote control. And then you also get a one battery charger for each. Keeping in mind that the battery length is a 4-hour drive time with these each. Now, the good thing with these batteries is that the charge cycle is actually less time than the operating time that you get out of it. It's about 2.5 hours to charge these batteries. You're getting 4 hours out of a charged battery. Nice waterproof lithium ion battery. You get 2 of those. As you can see, this one shows you the percentage of the battery, and it'll let you know when it needs to be charged too. It's box number 1. Okay, box number 2. So it is the robot controller. Nice quality, you can tell off the bat. It's just not some dinky. I've seen some of these cheaper robots for sure that just the controller, is not anything that you want to even feel safe with while having a robot off solar panels. But this is cool. I like this. It looks pretty simple. Got the on and off right here, power button right here. I'll go into detail at some point discussing some of the controllers. You have your speed control, your brushes, autonomous settings where you can have it cruise control essentially. Cool thing about this, as I will also dive into the robot part of it, this has edge detection on this. This comes standard with this robot. It's an amazing safety feature, especially if it's already coming included with the robot at no additional cost. Now let's get into the last little bit of accessories. This was actually inside the main body of the robot. We have a robot, or a charger, I should say. This looks like it'll be for the batteries or the controller. Here's the 2 robot batteries for that controller paired up with this. You have 2 sun hats, bucket hats. I thought that was a cool gesture that was inside the robot body when I opened it up.
You have the training manual, user manual for the RTM mini series, the Tucker solar panel cleaning robot. Go through that. And last box is the main charger for the robot batteries themselves. All right, so enough of the small talk. Let's get into why we're here, and that's the robot, the main part of this whole thing. One of the things that I already see is just the build quality of it. I've already said that a few times, but man, you can tell, like when I first opened this hatch right here, I'm gonna move the controller. When I first lifted up this hatch right here, one thing I noticed, and maybe not, you can't tell in the video, I will add some overlays to this, but it's everything's concealed. Nothing is exposed. Everything is fully compartmentalized into this right here. You have your battery and your main components that sit in here, 1 or 2 connectors for the drive itself, the transmission, and you're set. Everything clicks in nice. No wires are exposed down here. You have 1 wire that's going to connect into here and the opposite for this brush behind me. That's about it. There's nothing else. You have your hoses that are guided by these little mounts that they welded or tabs. Even the water hose lines are not being fumbled around or can change positions because it's not routed correctly. One thing that we want to note about this mini robot, as you can see, it's the RTM Mini. It is meant to be for a one-man show. So it is slightly smaller than other robots that are in the industry. Not by much, a couple inches, but it's fairly lighter. You can really pick this up on your own, and you can maybe see the stand as I lift it up and walk with it. You know, ideally, I think honestly, it's not bad for one person. We'll include the weights and the specs and go over all that. And there's that stand that I was talking about. It comes with, which is a cool, nice addition as well. Going to what it is as a one-man show, everything stays connected with this particular model. So the brushes don't come off. There's no separate attachments or anything that breaks down. In a sense, it is a one piece that you can consider might be a little bulkier, but easier to manage even with all 4 pieces, even with the brushes on. And one thing we could check out is that how it is positioned and how it cleans on the panels themselves. It does have its own leveling system as it cleans. Let's see, we can actually pick it up. What's nice is you can actually get this to where the bristles are standing up. One thing that we would like to see is maybe a slide pin that would just keep it there. So while it's going from rows to rows, not wanting the bristles on there. But it is cool that you can get this all the way lifted up. You can do your maintenance if you need to. You got blast guards right here that are removed with Velcro if you need to. You got another splash guard just protecting underneath. That's very nice. One thing to point out right now is that the transmission is a chain drive. So very nice. We've heard that with already the 800 units that are out, or 800 plus units that are out, there's been no issues with the chain drive that it has, as a great plus to have when it comes to maintenance and issues that you might come up with. We talked about the rotating swivel arm right off the bat. It comes with. That's a very nice addition. You don't have any of the hoses directly coming off the robot. It is a full 360 swivel arm, which is very nice. Makes it even nicer if you need to get into this line right here, that you can remove it with your quick coupling fittings or your compression fittings. It is going to come standard with a metal quick connect coupling, male quick connect coupling. So you can just plug in a standard quick connect female to that and run off of whatever you have. Now, when I start doing our water tests and actually getting on the site, I'll show you videos of how well this performs with the water pressure. I'll add the specs for that too. As far as the tracks, I do know that the tracks have what is considered a 15-degree angle or max pitch for your inclination. It's really according to your territory, where you're cleaning, what you're cleaning, and everything else that'll determine the traction on this. You can definitely use this on carports, rooftops, ground mounts, anything like that. Of course, up to that 15. We've heard that you can get it 18, 19, some cases 20. But it really just depends, and the recommended setting would be, or the recommended maximum is at 15 per the manufacturer. Other than that, I'm excited to just get the full deep dive on some panels, which will be the next phase that we get in this video. I'll do that. And at the end, as I always like to do, we will talk about anything I did not mention, but also the pros and cons of it, what it might be comparable to another robot on the market, and go from there, guys. But you are taking a first look at the Tucker RTM Mini. This is the Robsys. We're very excited to see where this lands us. We talked about the 800 units are already something that's out in the market with a very nice in-house R&D and team that specializes in just keeping all this going in the right direction and with improvements and everything moving forward. Let's stop talking about it. Let's see what walk it walks. We have some carports we're going to get it on. We have some rooftops we're going to get it on. And we will see how this thing performs. For the bristles, just to finish off with, it's said that these can last you to 2 to 3 years, depending on the care and the wear that you use. One thing to point out, as these years go on that you're cleaning, as those bristles soften up and get a little slack in them, there is adjustments that you can move your or you can adjust your brush heads up and down to have more to get more life out of it for the next 2-3 years. Same thing with the tracks too. Tracks would be something that maybe in 2 to 3 years you're replacing. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything else too much that has been relayed of it being a maintenance or routine issue or replacement parts. Overall, it's a very nice blend that I can see. Not too stiff, actually not too soft. Most projects, if it's just dirt and debris, we're looking at maybe one pass, right? If it's anything like your algae or moss or any of those extremities, you know, they're getting them done. It's just with possibly more passes to get the job done right. As you can see in this clip, the pitch of this system isn't an issue. There's no slipping and everything feels stable. The water flow is strong and provides a thorough rinse on the panels. One feature that stood out was the cruise control. With these long rows of panels, it made the cleaning process much smoother and more efficient. The soiling pattern here included road grime, dust, and some bird droppings. Even so, we had no problem getting the panels clean with just one pass at full operating speed. The battery performance also exceeded expectations. While the stated runtime was around 4 hours, our technicians reported up to 6 hours of continuous use on a single charge. For this carport project, the gap detection system was a great feature. It ensured the robot stayed securely on the solar panel surface while operating. Okay, guys, it's time for me to give my final thoughts, closing remarks, and concerns on the Tucker Robsys Mini. And overall, I really can't think of too much negative to say about it. I'm very picky and OCD when it comes to our equipment or the services we provide. That's why I stand behind Tucker and have stood behind them for so long. And so when I think about this robot and how it was built, and coming from a welder fabricator background, I really think that they took the time to consider everything across the board. You know, having the components and the electrical, the computer system inside the compartment is a huge benefit. The features like the cruise control, the gap detection, you know, coming with that stuff automatically is a huge bonus. You have the nice sturdy water arm that is a rotating 360 water arm that can be easily maintained. You have your gear drive that is operated by a chain. That is a huge plus when it comes down the road to maintenance issues. Let's talk about some of the specs on it. The brushes, the width of them are 2 feet 5 inches wide. It's very comparable to a Solar Cleano M1. It is slightly smaller. However, you're going to have to make 2 passes either way with either of those robots. You're not losing anything by having the brushes slightly shorter. In terms of the weight, this is coming at 61 pounds. Fairly light, very easy to manage if you are a one-person job. The only reason why I would say almost any robot job is not a one-person job is because of the hose management. Now, can it be done? Absolutely. There's a lot of things that can be done that maybe you shouldn't. I would say that, any robot, any feasible, efficient project that you're going to be doing should take two, but it is easy enough to carry around with one person, which some of the robots are a little more harder to manage in that sense. For the water pressure, it comes in at what's required is 4 to 6 bars. So we were running this out in the field at between 70 and 80 psi. And that was giving it plenty of water flow. If you were to use one of our Tucker filtration systems, like the H2 Pro would be a great addition to this. That would give you plenty of water flow and pressure that's needed to make it do what it needs to. I mentioned the gap detection and the cruise control being a great feature to have. The weatherproof that we have here is great. When I think of its disadvantages or anything like that would be, that you don't have the different bristles. I don't know how much that comes into play. There would be some different stiffness levels to the solar cleaner. So that would be a con, guess you could say, for this robot here. The pitch that it claims that it goes by, 15, would be a little less than some of the competitors out there. I think because of just the weight issue and this being lighter, it's gonna want to slip a little more. So you can't really get away from that. But again, at 15 degrees, that pretty much gets you away with quite a few systems that you can handle. And when it comes down to it, a robot is not something that you're going to want to use on every job anyways. It's very much so a utility tool, but in terms of any tool being something that's going to work for everything, that's not the case. For mobility reasons, for efficient reasons, this is a great machine. To finish and give you the closing remarks, I don't see anything else that is a problem with this robot. It'll be real interesting to see with the longevity of the robot, but from what we've heard, it is a very well put machine that is built to last long with many components that need to be replaced. In that sense, it's very well done. And that's it, guys. I really tried to continuously think of other things that could be good or bad. I hope that in this video, it was a nice unboxing all the way through and being able to show you some of the testing. It will be available with a couple of our filter systems that can be paired as a bundle. So look out for that. Be prepared for a lot of content that I'll be sharing. I always enjoy helping the industry. Once again, I hope you liked this video of the Tucker Robsys Mini and have a great one. Peace.